uncensored.
And it's your boy JJ.
And this is the it.
We got a great review for you. For dun dun dun, Shadow of Mordor, not Lord of the Rings. Shadow of Mordor. Shadow of Mordor. They purposely did that for a reason. This is the game that was created by fuck my balls, man. Description, because it's not written on my PowerPoint. But it's essentially what do you get when you combine Assassin's Creed with Batman? Shadow of Mordor. Okay. As far as experience goes, I've played this game for more than 25 hours. Spent pretty much the first 10 hours not doing any story quests. I just ran around and kept killing people, and it was satisfying. If that is any has any pull of how fun the game is. I actually had fun with the game. I've completed the story. It's the first of its franchise, though, so I don't have any prior experience. The only thing I can say is, yeah, I played Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I played Batman.
Do you like Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could fucks with Lord of the Rings, you know? So it's pretty good. The story is roughly about, well, it's not really 10 to 12 hours. It's really dependent on how fast you want to beat it. It's like one of those things like, oh, well, you can do the mission story here, or you can do the side quest here. So I was generous, and I put it at 10 or 12 hours. Honestly speaking, it's probably more like 6 to 8. It's short as shit. If you just keep doing the story quests, bam, 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 we're fucking out of here. Okay? Fucking out of here, man!
Would it be difficult to do it if you did that? Like, you wouldn't be leveled up or anything?
No,
like that?
and I'll go into more detail about that.
Okay.
They give you certain skills that you need to get by doing the story quests, but then some of it's like, you get different currency. So you get normal currency, you get normal experience from killing people, right? That experience allows you to level up to get a skill point.
Mhm.
You can fight special orcs and do like orc missions, these little red side quests, to open up another tier of skills that you can get. Then you have your story mode skills, which you have to complete story modes, and that you learn them in the story mode. So, which I found weird because it felt like a tutorial, even when I'm almost at the end of the game. And then you have your actual currency, which you can be used to buy, like, oh hey, I want more runes on my sword, I want more health, I want more focus, I want more elf shot, whatever the case is. So there's a lot of things that you can do, and that's always good in a video game where they can actually make it to where you're progressing in 50,000 different areas. That was cool with one of the good things about Watch Dogs that I liked was that when you leveled up, there were so many different ways that you can go. Eventually everyone was the same person, but starting off, it felt nice. Anyway, the story's pretty much about you're playing as this dude named Talon, who is a ranger, pretty much stationed on Mordor. He's got his family there, they're chilling and shit. Bam! Orcs, fucking Black Hand, Sauron, God, he's back! And then fucking Talon gets killed as a blood sacrifice. Well, the Celebrimbor, which is the name of the elf who created all the Rings of Power, but if I remember correctly, in the original Tolkien story, actually created just the Rings of the Elves. What I'm talking about. Fuses with you, and his spirit finds you, and it's believed to be that his spirit is the spirit of regret and all that stuff at the ways that Mordor is now, and your regret and revenge for not being able to save your family and wanting to kill ultimately Sauron bring you together and stuff like that. So it's sick as shit when you come together. You're like, damn, let's fuck some dudes up, right? I have to say, Talion, boring fucking character. He's so plain. He is so boring. Like his plot is just about revenge, and then they have like halfway through the story when you go to another area. I forgot the place. It starts at the end. It's close to the sea. You meet with a girl, and he's like starts to develop feelings for her, but they never go anywhere with it. So you're just like, oh well, fuck you then. I hope I'm saying it right, because it's Celebrimbor is like the shit. His story's amazing.
Tom Bombadil.
Yeah. That's the most important character in Lord of the Rings, wasn't it? Or something like that? Tom...
I thought he was fun.
Something. Anyway, so when you start getting these artifacts from the Celebrimbor, little parts of his past get like revealed, stuff like that, and he crafted the rings, he was tricked by Sauron, and all this other stuff, and it's kind of cool to see where his story goes because this guy's a beast when you get back down to it. He's a fucking badass. So, and that shows in the gameplay. Like I said before, it's Assassin's Creed meets Batman, and it takes the best of both worlds and just like blends them together. The game is just violent, but in a good way.
I'm a huge Batman fan.
Yeah.
I actually thought the first Batman was the best game of whatever year it came out, 2006 or 2007 or something like that. I don't know.
I think it was like more 2008, 2009.
Whatever year it came out, it was the best game of that year.
Yeah.
I am not a huge Assassin's Creed fan. So what part of Assassin's Creed does it take from?
More of the parkour elements, which are in Batman too as well.
Right, there's some
to
of
an
it,
extent, yeah. So you'll be able to jump from buildings and stuff like that. You'll be able to land on people and assassinate them and stuff like that. There's stealth elements to it that the game actually gives you credit for. The orcs are pretty much fucking blind. Let's put it that way. Like when they see you, they're getting the idea that it's a human. They're like, there's a gauge that fills up, and they're like, and then it grows to that, it's whatever. And then there's like alarms in stronghold areas and stuff like that. So honestly speaking, you probably like the game. I would be remiss to say that you wouldn't enjoy the game. It's obviously has the Nemesis system, which is like flaunted around like that's we got Nemesis.
I heard that it wasn't included in the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 version.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised because those games ran like shit. But it's pretty much like you can target someone. You can select an orc that you want to kill, and then like literally destroy his hierarchy and then kill him last, or you can cut off the head of the snake, kill him first, watch someone else fill a spot, and just keep annihilating. Whatever works for you. But it's kind of cool. It gives you that sense of power, and it personalizes some people because they come back. Some of them are like, I remember you, Ranger. They all have that cockney ass like accent. Ranger.
It never gets fully explained that they have that weird accent.
Yeah, and they're like, got you like a pig. It's like, you burned me last time, Ranger. Some of them wear masks on their face. Yeah. It's sick. Like I'm like, I did kill you, didn't I?
Yo, called you.
Yeah, right? Like, it would be terrible. Like, you'll cut some dude's head off and be like, Ranger! And come back. And you're like, what the fuck? But it's cool. It's cool to see. It's cool to have these guys come back and try and kick your ass and stuff. The parkour, unfortunately, is not as good as Assassin's Creed. I don't mean Assassin's Creed Unity. That shit sucked. I mean Assassin's Creed, like, 4, 3, 2, where it's not as sticky. In this game, sometimes I found myself just jumping randomly. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't mean to jump. Getting spotted by everybody. I'm like, fuck me, man. And there's a lot of story.
The Ranger's not good at his parkour.
Pretty much. He needs to walk on it, But the most important thing that I enjoy about this game is avatar strength, which is an amazing concept. Do you know what I mean when I say that?
When your character grows?
And you grow with them. So, in the game, initially, you got a bow, you have a sword, you can't even finish people off. You can't finish people off in combat. You have to kind of just beat them to death, and then you learn the skill. It's terrible. And then you learn the skills, and you progressively get to the point where your character can aim at someone with the bow and then dash to them and insta-kill them. And it's fucking sick as shit. I love seeing that shit, because you can chain that stuff and follow up, and you become a beast. It's great. Music and sound. So, Lord of the Rings typical music. I heard the soundtrack was actually released for this game, so it must be at least relatively decent. I didn't find anything that was too prominent. I feel like I'm doing a disservice to the game. Nothing really stuck out too much to me. The cool thing I did enjoy, though, was when you fight war chiefs, so they're like the top of the hierarchy, their names are chanted by their people. When they come on the screen, they're like, Goza! Goza! And you're just like, oh damn, he's here. It's going down, but it's sick as shit. It's so cool to actually witness that stuff. I was more focused on the gameplay, so a lot of stuff didn't stand out to me. The voice acting is cool though. Celebrimbor is like legit. You can interrogate orcs and stuff like that. So like when you interrogate him, he says like the coolest shit ever. He'll be like, I see you, and you're just like, oh fuck. And the orcs look scared as shit because he's got his hand on them and he's getting inside their brain and stuff. Or he'll be like, suffer me now, and I'm just like, man, bring him down, son. He's a badass. He's a beast. I don't know what to say. So in the end, turn-ons. Obviously, it's satisfying combat. I spent 10 hours just killing people, so that's gotta say something.
Yeah.
You know, the I forgot what they're called. The combat executions are amazing. I love just cutting some dude's head off. It's very well designed. The choreography with the counters and all that stuff, it's legit. I love it. Stealth is not only functional but beneficial. It's like it's not something. It's in the game, but they don't force you to use it. But man, if you use stealth, it saves you so much trouble. You know, so something that they're like, hey, use it. You know what I mean? So it's good. The Nemesis system is also amazing, and the Avatar strength that comes with it. Those are the two things that I loved the most about the game. Was I felt like I was getting stronger.
Game story integration, right?
Yeah, it started off where I couldn't even fight the little four-legged guys, and then now I'm like, you know what? Get on a bow, hop on this bitch, bam! All right, he's mine. You know, it's so sick. Cons, story falls short. The biggest con for me is the way the game ends. You don't know it's gonna end, and then suddenly it's just like the last boss, worthless. Stupid fucking last boss. I killed the last boss in probably about a minute because you have to like stealth kill him, sort of, and then you have a quick time event to finish it. Completely unsatisfying. I was absolutely disappointed. I was like, I can't believe. Like, I literally dropped my controller. I walked out for the credits. Sorry for the people that made this game. I didn't see your names because I was just like, this is stupid. Environments don't impress. The color schemes are really plain. It's a lot of like bland stuff. Halfway through the game, you get to the point where you get to a more greeny, grassy area, all that stuff, and that's fine. Graphically speaking, the game looks fine. It's just I wish they used more of a color scheme. It suffers from the same problem that Gears of War had, which is a lot of grays and
muddy textures.
Yes. Music is okay. It's not too amazing. It didn't really stand out to me. I could be wrong. I'm actually gonna go take another look at it. Parkour is dysfunctional at times. It really is. I can't tell you how many times I just jumped off into the stronghold, and I'm just
honestly,
fuck.
I'm trying to play through Assassin's Creed 4. That's Black Flag,
Black
right?
Flag, yeah.
And I'm not really liking those elements in that game.
I think
it's a little slippery for me.
I think it comes with time. It's one of those things like you gotta get used to.
Gotcha.
Yeah, probably if you're just jumping into 4, you probably wouldn't like it. And maybe with Shadow Mordor 2, which is now coming, they'll do something like that. Like I said though, the biggest problem with me was the ending was sequel bait. It's Watch Dogs all over again, and that's what I hated. I just really wish they took it more somewhere, because when I was progressing in the game, I felt like am I at the end of this game? Fuck, I'm at the end of the game.
So overall recommendation?
I would recommend it to people if you're into Lord of the Rings, if you're into like visceral combat and stuff like that. They definitely satisfy you there. If you're into Assassin's Creed or Batman, I would not recommend this game if you want a full packaged game. The game does not have a complete story, in my opinion. Nor does the game have a decent story. So if you're looking for a complete package game or a game that's going to last you a good 40 to 50 hours on a playthrough, look somewhere else. But other than that, yes, I would absolutely recommend this game.
Awesome. I'm Spencer.
And I'm long-winded.
And I'm producer Eric. Comment, like, subscribe. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, new videos every week.